it's time to share with you my first fragrance haul of the year. Hi everyone, I'm Jolima from Scented Moments channel, where I help to discover the amazing world of perfumery. So in this video, I want to share the fragrances that I added to my collection during this year so far. And there's a lot of fragrances to cover, 18 to be more specific. So let's talk about these amazing fragrances. So the first two fragrances that I added this year, both from Chanel, and these are not the only Chanel fragrances that I added this year, from the Les Exclusifs, and they are Chanel Eau de Cologne and Chanel's Jersey. Two amazing fresh fragrances. I absolutely love Eau de Cologne. I've been obsessed with this fragrance since I first tried it a couple of years ago, and finally I have a full bottle of it. So this is, like the name implies, it's an Eau de Cologne style of fragrance, so it's fresh, clean, soapy, with neroli, aldehydes, very sparkly, citrusy. It's really a beautiful Eau de Cologne, my favorite for me. And on my skin, I get really good longevity, although the performance overall isn't great. This is an eau de toilette. I think it's the only eau de toilette on the Les Exclusifs. Yes, it's true that the price of the Les Exclusifs now are outrageous. Here in Europe, the prices are 405 euros or 410 euros for a 200 ml. And for this eau de Cologne, the price now is 360 euros, so it's a lot. It's really a lot of money for an Eau de Cologne fragrance. So yes, Chanel prices are now are really obnoxious. They are not worth the price tag. I'm sorry, although I really love Chanel Les Exclusifs, but they are not worth that price tag. But yes, I'm still fortunate. I still added these ones before the price hike, and yes, I'm really happy to finally have Eau de Cologne. I already wore it a couple of times, so it's really amazing. And Jersey, for me, it's a beautiful lavender with vanilla. So this one is often compared with Caron pour un homme de Caron, which I also have and absolutely love. Actually, it's one of my fiance's favorites on me, and she also loves this one. But these so Jersey and Caron pour un homme are definitely close, but yes, I still do love Jersey. Jersey still has more sparkly because, again, of the aldehydes, is a bit more brighter than and less sweet than the Caron pour un homme. But still, if you don't want to pay the big bucks for Jersey, which I completely understand, just go with Caron pour un homme, which is way more affordable in terms of quality. It's still there, so just go with the Caron one. But yes, I absolutely love Jersey. I mean, I've been wearing Jersey a lot lately, so yes, very happy to have these two, both Chanel's Eau de Cologne and Jersey, into my collection. Next two fragrances, also from Chanel, from the Les Exclusifs, and these two, actually, I received them on my mailbox on Friday. So yes, super excited. Finally have these two. One of these two has a really big cult follow, and the other one is extremely underrated. So the one that I finally have it, and it has a big cult follow, is 31 Rue Cambon. And the other one that it's underrated, in my opinion, is 1932. So 1932 and Rue Cambon, two very different fragrances. So this one is a Chypre fragrance. So this is the type of fragrance that you wear when you're going to the opera. Actually, I mentioned this one on my previous video. This is a really luxurious upscale type of scent. It's floral. You have rose in here, you have the patchouli, the aldehydes, bergamot, but it's a bit citrusy, floral, sparkly, and it's very green, big green perfume, big galbanum in my opinion here. And as it develops, the green nuances start to be even more thicker and denser, and blended with this earthy patchouli in the base. I mean, this is a beautiful fragrance. I think you also have rose in here, and if I'm not mistaken, also ylang ylang, although I do not get thanks God I do not get ylang ylang here because it really doesn't work on my skin. But nonetheless, this is a fantastic fragrance, really unisex in my opinion. Great chypre fragrance. 1932, this is a floral, fresh fragrance. You have the bergamot, you have the neroli, iris, violets, rose, I mean carnation. This is a fresh bouquet of flowers, but what I get is it has a sweetness in here. A lot of people say that this has pear in here. I do not get exactly pear, but there is definitely like a sweetness in here. But overall, I would say that this is aldehydes, green, floral, and the flowers in here are definitely the rose with violets and iris. Also has ylang ylang. I do not get ylang ylang nor carnation, but both notes are featured in here. But again, thankfully, the ylang ylang I do not get it, and it's also very musky, very musky. This for me, it's like a mix of 1957 with Bel Respiro. And a bit of Rue Cambon, because of the flowers. Because in Rue Cambon you also have the rose. You also have ylang ylang, but I do not get ylang ylang much in either. But there is a bit of Rue Cambon in here. Also the green nuance that it's in here, you also detect in Rue Cambon and Bel Respiro. Oh, but it's amazing. It's so damn elegant also. But this is a effortless elegance, very sophisticated, not as heavy or dense as Rue Cambon. It's more lighter, but I absolutely love this one. Super underrated. I don't know why, but this really is fantastic. 1932 by Chanel from the Les Exclusifs. The next fragrance that I recently added to my collection is from House of Profumum Roma. This year I still have yet to talk about Profumum Roma fragrances, but I'm just not talking about them just because I was not able to bring them to me to Lithuania yet. But well, I will go to Portugal next month, and I will stay there for a couple months. And so during that period, I will definitely be talking about my Profumum Roma fragrances that I miss so dearly. But I was able to scoop up a vintage from Profumum Roma, vintage fragrance from Profumum Roma, which is Tundra. Vintage Tundra. And this is a fragrance that I had forever on my wish list. And this is very underrated from Profumum Roma. This is patchouli and musk. And in this formulation, the musk is so amped up. This is more like a full-on musk with patchouli, like an earthy patchouli. But yes, the newer version, it's more patchouli with a bit of musk. But here the musk is definitely more amped up. Oh yes, this is really musk. This kind of reminds me of the musk that it's in the it's a musk from Bruno Campora, created by Miguel Macho actually. And so it's very similar, the musk used in here. Oh man, it's beautiful. But this one came first, then Bruno Campora's musk. But yes, the type of musk, it's very similar. So it's a very realistic, natural smelling musk, animalic musk with patchouli. Amazing perfume, extremely long lasting. So I'm really happy to have Tundra, especially in the vintage formulation. The next fragrance that I bought, and this one was earlier this year, it's from House of Amouage, from the Opus collection, and this one is Silver Oud. And quite honestly, it's at this moment one of my most worn fragrances. I absolutely love this one. I'm completely obsessed with Silver Oud, and actually I will talk about my the fragrances that I'm most obsessed with recently. And yeah, Silver Oud is one of them. I absolutely love this one. It's currently my favorite oud based scent. This is an animalic musk, an animalic, incensey, spicy, resinous, dark oud fragrance, not musk, oud. So yes, this Silver Oud is brilliant. I absolutely love this one, and actually my fiance loves this one on me. Also extremely long lasting. This is a fantastic oud based scent, Amouage Silver Oud from the Opus collection. The next fragrance, this is from House of Xerjoff, and no, this was not a gift for me. This I bought this one, and this one is from the Shooting Stars collection, and it is Via Cavour one. And the thing that annoys me in Xerjoff is that there are some bottles that, although this was brand new, but you see, it seems that already you used it a lot. But no, I just sprayed one time, and it's like that. So this is the thing that annoys me the most, is that sometimes the bottles are not completely full. But yes, I think this is something that Xerjoff could definitely fix, especially considering that their fragrances are not cheap. But other than that, I absolutely love this one. This is floral and chocolatey and vanillic. So this has rose, a very green rose with strawberry, so fruity, floral, vanillic type of perfume. Also, you have oud in here and in dark chocolate. Oh man, this is delicious, extremely sexy, very long lasting. And this is also one of the fragrances that I had forever on my wish list. Finally have it, and it's beautiful. A fantastic sexy date night fragrance is Via Cavour 1 by Xerjoff. Another fragrance that I had, but this one it's even crazy. I mean, for years on my wish list, and finally have it. This is from House of Guerlain, from the La Relamatière collection, and it is none other than Bois d'Arménie. And the thing that excites me the most is the fact that it's completely full. I mean, seriously, full to the top. Yes, this I was really happy with that. And but yes, Bois d'Arménie. Oh, man, I wanted this one forever, and I was back then, like before they changed to these new bottles, when they still just had the 75 ml bottles. I was really very close to buy it, but then I ended up buying Tonka Imperial, which also was a fragrance that I wanted since forever. And I was very close to also buy Bois d'Arménie, but I then decided, oh well, for next time. And a month later, they changed. And so yes, then for me it was a bit hard to get, because I mean it's more expensive and whatnot, so I just went to other perfumes instead. But yes, I found a great deal in a Facebook group, and finally have it, a 200 ml brand new Bois d'Arménie. This wants to interpretate the Armenian paper, so this is very heavy in the benzoin. This is benzoin, frankincense, spicy, like peppery, vanillic. It's so good. This is so good. It's the only downside of this perfume is really the performance. I mean, it's more of a skin scent. It definitely lasts during the day, like 6-7 hours. But yes, it's not a perfume that will project, but it's an extremely sensual and cozy fragrance at the same time. Love it really creates this old library feel into it, with the benzoin, with the vanilla, the frankincense, the spices. Oh man, it's really a fantastic scent, one of the best from this collection. Bois d'Arménie by Guerlain from the La Relamatière collection. The next two fragrances, these are both from the House of Rubini, extremely underrated, but one of these I already been talking about a lot because I'm absolutely obsessed with it. Actually, it was featured last year. Back then I just had a sample as one of the best releases of last year. And so these two are Eau de Cologne and Tambour Sacre. And I already have Nuvolari, and that one was given to me by Rubini. Really a beautiful gift that I was really grateful. But yes, these two I added myself to the collection, and so these two are very different. So Eau de Cologne, I already talked about this, very well featured on my spring list for this year. This is currently, if not my favorite green, but top 3 favorite green fragrances. This is magical. I really got emotional the first time I tried this fragrance, and that says a lot. That, I think, never happened to me, to be honest. So this is a beautiful galbanum with chamomile. You have the most natural smelling, beautiful chamomile flower in here. But in the end, this is a bouquet of flowers, including chamomile, lots of galbanum, a bit of patchouli. So this is a bit earthy, it's woodsy, but in the end, this is a very natural smelling green floral fragrance. This is like you are in a green landscape, you know, full of grass and flowers around you, sunny day outside. So it's really how it's the image that this fragrance transmits. It's really beautiful. And Tambour Sacre, very different. So this one has a big dose of coffee, which I absolutely love in here. Big dose of coffee, orange, spices, woods, myrrh, benzoin. This is a very unique fragrance, very unique. Yeah, it's the orange with the coffee, with the pepper, with the resins, cedarwood, and all of this creates an incensey, like an incense accord, because I think this doesn't have like a frankincense, so it's more like an accord of all of these notes blended together. Beautiful fragrance. This screams fall. This is the perfect fall fragrance. Absolutely love these two from Rubini, Tambour Sacre and Eau de Cologne. The next two fragrances, both from the house of Indult Paris, and I already talked about these two fragrances on my previous videos. These are Isvaraya and Cuir 404. So Isvaraya and Cuir 404, and these two are the new versions. So they reformulated, Indult reformulated these two fragrances. I was reintroduced of these two fragrances at Essence this year, and so Cuir 404 is the reformulated Ramon Cuir. And the Isvaraya, they still kept the name, but basically they took out the oak moss that was present in both fragrances. So that's why they reformulated these two perfumes. They also changed the name of Ramon Cuir to Cuir 404 because the idea behind this was that the leather here, it's not very present. It's more of an accord that you need to search for it. And so 404, like not find, leather not found. But I actually do detect leather in the base, actually. But this is a beautiful, spicy fougere leathery fragrance. I absolutely love this one. And this is perfect for spring, actually. And Isvaraya, one of the best plum fragrances that I smelled. And this is a great replacement to Tom Ford's Plum Japonais, although still different, not as dark, but the plum here, it's so juicy, so realistic and sweet. You also have dates in here, you have patchouli, it's amazing, and labdanum, so we have the amber, like an ambery accord in here with the patchouli, plums, dates. Man, it's so damn delicious, incredibly sexy, and these two have great performance, especially this one, Isvaraya. And these two were created originally by Francis Courtian, even before he launched his own brand, and so I was told that these two were reformulated by Francis Courtian's team. So they still kept, and you can see, because I was familiarized with the previous versions of these two, and they still kept like the Centenaire overall, but yes, they actually did remove the oak moss, but they still kept the identity of these two, the original identity of these two fragrances. So I was happy for that. High quality perfumes. I'm very excited about what Indult will do for us this year, throughout the year. I already have Chiota, which I consider to be the best vanilla fragrance. So yes, very exciting times for Indult, definitely. So yes, really happy to finally have these two in my collection, Isvaraya and now the Cuir 404. The next fragrance, this is from House of Ramon Monegal, which also I really already talked about in this channel. And this one is from the Don't Touch My Oud collection, which I'm in love with this collection. It's my favorite oud collection from a Western brand. And this one is Oud on Fire, which was the only fragrance that I was missing from this line, actually. So Oud on Fire is a beautiful scent. Very smoky. It really, like the name is spot on. It's an incredibly smoky, dark, incensey, but incense and burn, like burn woods. Very spicy and oud, man. And ambery, like an ambery, spicy, very smoky, incensey, dark oud. Natural smelling oud. Absolutely love this one. Head over heels of this one. Actually, I really wore this one back in January. In January and February, yes, I really wore this one a lot. It's Oud on Fire by Ramon Monegal from the Don't Touch My Oud collection. The next three fragrances, both from the same brand, and actually I already talked about these fragrances a lot. And these are the three of them from Naomi Goodsir, and they are Bois d'Assaise, Cuir Velours, and Iris Cendre. Naomi Goodsir, it's such an underrated brand. Before these three, I had only Eau de Cologne in the previous presentation, actually, which is like a delicious, fruity, honey tobacco fragrance, boozy tobacco fragrance. And these three were, all of these were created, if I'm not mistaken, all of these three were created by Julien Rasquinet. And so what that says, this is a smoky, dry, woodsy fragrance. Cuir Velours, this is a sweet, fruity, seductive, suede fragrance. Beautiful, beautiful perfume. And Iris Cendre, one of the best iris fragrances in my collection currently. I'm head over heels with this one, extremely underrated. This is a full-on three-dimensional iris. You have the powdery and the floral aspects with the more earthy and butchery aspects of the iris. This is a natural smelling, true iris perfume. Love this one. Also, you have a bit of a fruitiness in here, a bit earthy, with the patchouli as well. Beautiful, beautiful creation. Absolutely love this one, Iris Cendre by Naomi Goodsir, which is perfect for the springtime. So yes, these three fragrances are amazing, with also Bois d'Assaise. I also want to add Nuit de Bakelite, I think it's how you pronounce, which is it's a full-on tuberose. Is a big fat tuberose perfume. So yes, Naomi Goodsir overall, fantastic brand that I highly suggest you to try. And the last two fragrances that I added to my collection, these two are both from the house of Frederic Malle, and these are Rose and Cuir and Salle Gosse. Now, Salle Gosse, the cap should be white, but because I purchased these two out of a Facebook group, great deal that I got. So yes, he just had the normal black cap, but nonetheless, it's what it matters. It's the perfume itself. And Rose and Cuir, man, we have a long story. I was definitely not a fan of this at all, because I wanted rose and leather, like the name implies. This fragrance doesn't have rose per se. This is more an accord of geranium. This has a full green geranium. This is really like geranium forward. You can see a bit of a leather, but it's not obvious. And so Rose and Cuir is a bit deceiving, but in the end, I tried this fragrance a few times, a couple of times this year, and Crème de la Crème here in Vilnius, and I was like, oh, it clicked. It simply clicked. I was like, oh, this is really good. A green floral geranium forward with a bit of this leathery aspect, very dry, and a bit mentholated. This is really good. It's very unique. And so here you have it, Rose and Cuir, beautiful fragrance, quite green as well, perfect for spring and also for fall. I think this is a great in-between seasons. And Salgosse. Salgosse is the type of fragrance that I wanted to try forever, and I was never able to, and this was a blind buy. And I do not advise you to do that, but this one is beautiful. It's a fantastic scent. Actually, I think this is very underrated from Frederic Malle. It's really like a salty, fresh, citrusy, floral perfume. Absolutely love this. Screams summertime, like a bottle implies. Screams summer. Love this one. Great perfume. So is Rose and Cuir, these two from Frederic Malle. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments down below what fragrances you recently added to your collection, and see you in the next one. Take care. Ciao.